More now on the government's plans to give the regulator Ofcom new powers to hold social media giants to account over harmful online content. The regulator will monitor tech firms like Facebook, TikTok and Twitter, which up until now have been largely self-regulating. I'm joined now by tech journalist and consultant Guy Cocker. Guy, good afternoon to you. Ofcom, is it well equipped to deal with the scale of what we're talking about here?
I mean, not really, to be brutally honest. It is the organisation that's probably best fitted to actually tackle this problem. And I think the writing's been on the wall ever since the Molly Russell case, tragic suicide a couple of years ago, of her watching this content online and then taking her own life. And I think, you know, in the US, Mark Zuckerberg, the head of Facebook, has been brought in front of the Congress to testify. And this really needs to, governments need to put pressure on these organisations to take care of this content that's out there. You know, Facebook is making approximately $6 billion a quarter of profits. So it is in a position to be able to sort this out. And a lot of it can be done with AI algorithms. They can catch about 85% of content before it's even posted online. But there's still, you know, millions of items of video content and posts that are making their way through that need to be taken down. And there does need to be penalties, financial penalties and possibly even criminal penalties for the execs that are responsible for this.
Yeah, we don't yet know the details from government about what Ofcom's powers will be. We do think fines, potential criminal proceedings, like you said, personal liability. In terms of Ofcom, will be looking at the obvious targets like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and the likes. But there are other apps, other platforms out there that produce harmful online content, hundreds of thousands of them on the internet. Is it possible to police them all?
No, I think Germany has a good policy where any social network with more than 2 million users, so Germany is a similar sized country to us, any platform that has more than 2 million users, they have to, if any content is identified as potentially harmful, they have to take it down within 24 hours or there is up to €5 million penalty for that company. So, I mean, the problem is that so much is being shared on these networks. You know, to take YouTube, for example, about 7 million pieces of content taken down in a 3-month period. Facebook, about 15 million pieces of content. And those numbers are doubling every 3 months. So it's a humongous problem. But I think the German system of having that enshrined in law, making sure that those companies understand that it is their responsibility to tackle this problem. Because in many ways, right now, they are self-policing, but it's like any other, you know, it's like cigarettes or alcohol or anything else. It does need, we're starting to understand the problem that social media can have on people, whether it's addiction or seeing harmful content. And it needs to be law that these companies take care of this stuff, and there needs to be severe penalties, I think.
Presumably, material will slip through the net. That's just the nature of it. There is so much out there. It's hard for self-regulating the law and now an official regulator to keep on top of it all.
Yeah, I mean, it's the problem is that, like I said earlier, AI is catching a lot of these posts before they even make it online, so they're not even getting up there. But there is a lot of content, so about 50 million items in the last 3 months on Facebook. The problem is that when you employ a large army, as these companies do, so about 30,000 people globally are responsible for actually looking at this content and saying, yes, this is a problem, taking it down. But it's, you know, the problem that those people then have is that they're seeing this content as well. They're becoming desensitized to it. They're having their own depression problems. So it really is a problem for our ages.
OK, Guy Cocker, really good to talk to you about those new plans by the government on online harm content. Good to see you. Coming up next, we'll have the latest on the break.